What's going on, guys? This is your channel TFD, and we're back with another video, and it looks like some new footage just dropped from Caitlin Clark's absolutely insane performance yesterday. For this one, we got to take it all the way up to Indy. Let's get it, let's go. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever wasted zero time putting the beats on the New York Liberty. And look, we all remember what happened last time. The refs straight up robbed them of that win. But this time, Caitlin came off that injury and showed up and showed out with an MVP level performance. 32 points, 8 assists, 9 rebounds, nearly a triple-double. And she was pulling threes from damn near half court. Fans are going wild across the country. Now I've seen the haters online, man. Folks still trolling Caitlin, saying this and that. But right now, I'm not even giving them any energy. Because what we saw yesterday was pure greatness. A bunch of footage is going viral right now of Caitlin's performance. And I'm telling you, these images are unbelievable. She wasn't just hooping, she was making history. Caitlin Clark didn't just drop August 9th, 32. She also passed Candace Parker in the record books. Yup, most 30-point, 5-rebound, 5-assist games in the first 2 seasons. That's a major milestone. And anytime you pass up a legend like Candace Parker, you better believe we're going to highlight it here on this channel. But enough talk. Let's check out this clip that just dropped. Caitlin Clark pulling up from the logo right by the sideline. Bro, could you imagine sitting courtside for that? Roll the footage, let's go.
Let's go!
That angle right there, that was to show y'all just how far she's pulling these shots from. And I'll say it straight, you don't see this every day. Not in the NBA, not in college, men's or women's, nowhere. What Caitlin's doing right now is nothing short of sensational. Big shout out to Pat Bowen, man. He broke it all down for us. He actually tracked the distances of every single 3 Caitlin Clark dropped in the first half. Let me pull this up real quick. She hit from 34 feet, 28 feet, 27 feet, 31 feet, and another one from 27 feet. Y'all, the three-point line in the WNBA is just 22 feet away. Let that sink in. That's not just range. That's straight-up elite stuff. We're witnessing something special here, man. This ain't your average shooter. Caitlin Clark is redefining the range game in real time. Now, before we roll into the post-game where Caitlin addressed the media, I just want to take a second to say thank you to all of you tuning in, showing love, dropping likes, dropping comments. Y'all keep this thing going. I know I don't always get the love on Twitter, but it's cool though. Because guess what? I'm the people's champ right here on YouTube. With all that being said, let's stop talking and roll that footage. Let's go. Courtney Williams calling out the Caitlin Clark haters.
I ain't gonna lie, Sabrina was cooking, but Caitlin was cooking, bro. Go look at her stat line, bro. Now, when I was in the chat and I said Caitlin make them girls different, y'all was in the chat talking about
8 rebounds, 9 assists, 32 points. Almost
I said, bro, who was in the chat when I said that? And then and they was in the chat hating. I literally said, I think they was playing Dallas or something, and I was like,
DB didn't play.
Oh no, actually that's when Dejanay was on here, because I was like, we was talking about the game, and I basically was like, well, the other team might have a chance because Caitlin ain't playing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then everybody in the chat was like, and I was like, bro, what is y'all talking about? That girl make that team different. And everybody was in the chat hating, and I said, all right, bro. And now look, what I say.
Natasha Cloud was asked on TikTok Live, what is the hardest part of guarding Caitlin Clark? Her answer, when she crosses half court, she can shoot that SHYT.
It's literally when she crosses half court, she can shoot that shit. Yeah. Right now, I have my little...
We'll forever love hearing stories about Caitlin's impact on people. Those cookies are so cute.
Father and daughter drove 1,001 miles from Maine to see the threes rain.
She's back.
Back.
Clark returned to the hardwood Saturday after missing the last 5 games with a left quad strain.
Caitlin has brought and inspired a love of the basketball game that has drawn my dad and I closer together over the last couple years.
Yep.
My dad taught me basketball when I was a little girl, and it's just really kind of ignited that fire and love of the game.
There was no shortage of fans wearing the number 22 outside of Cambridge Fieldhouse as the Fever returned home after being on the road last week.
So I made cookies for our friend that we were meeting here. We're from Virginia. She's from Pittsburgh. So I made Caitlin Clark cookies. I made the jersey with the number 22. I made the basketball going through the net. And of course I made a goat.
Clark's game on the court is also inspiring the next generation.
A lot of hard work.
She's fantastic, right? There's no criticism to be had. She loves the sport. She's hardworking.
It's safe to say that fans were not missing this Fever home game.
Get out here. Get out and see the ladies.
In Indianapolis, Adam Schoombs, WRT.
After the game, I asked Brittany Griner if it was possible that she said F. King white girl after fouling out against the Indiana Fever, even though she couldn't remember what she said. I know it wasn't that because I wouldn't use that type of language, she said.
You said you didn't remember what you said during that viral moment after you fouled out against the Indiana Fever. A lot of people believe what you said was effing white girl or effing white girls. Is it possible that's what you said?
No, would never say that. Like, there's no place for that in our league. Wouldn't say that.
So even though you can't remember, you know that was not what you said?
I know it wasn't that because I wouldn't use that type of language.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It costs $0 to not be a hater. Thanks, Sap.
I mean, it's not defeating. Basketball's a game that runs in the same way like we go on runs, they do as well. They're a great team. So I don't think it's defeating. I think obviously we know what a great shooter she is, and I think we just gave her too many easy ones. Obviously, she has great range, and her ability to get her shot off is really impressive, especially with missing some games. And so obviously on a personal level, I'm really happy to see her back out on the court, healthy, feeling good, because obviously it's important for them, but just for her, I'm happy she's back.
Rebecca Lobo on Caitlin Clark's performance against the New York Liberty.
The quad, what stood out most about Caitlin's performance yesterday?
What stood out most to me, Amina, was that Caitlin Clark, even being out for those 3 weeks, did something on the basketball court that I've never seen a player do in the WNBA, and that was that stretch that you were just talking about, that 38-second stretch where she came down and hit not just 3 threes, but 3 bomb threes. And she did it in a first quarter where the New York Liberty had an 11-point lead, and Indiana needed her to come out and do that to kind of get back into the game. Her passing was on point, her scoring. Steph White took her out a little bit more, gave her a little bit more rest than we're accustomed to seeing from Caitlin Clark. She still played 30 minutes in the game, but that she had no rust, had a performance like that, and you could see the joy on her face, especially in that interaction you saw with Breanna Stewart about how happy she was to be back on the floor.
Colin Cowherd on Caitlin Clark, she is the moment.
Can we talk about the simmering cauldron that is women's basketball right now? No, not the Indiana Fever. I'm talking about the cauldron of executives in the WNBA. Since Caitlin Clark got injured, WNBA ratings have dropped 55%. That's not just the Fever's ratings. It's not just a local dip. That's league-wide. Now, to the suits in the league office, that may be a little eye-opening, but for the rest of us, nah, not really. We're in an attention economy, and Caitlin Clark is the currency. No American athlete right now, male or female, drives clicks, views, or conversation like she does. She's the rising tide. And here's the thing about popularity. It's not math. It's not rational. It's not a box score. It's vibes. I mean, Paige Beckers dropped 35 points the other night. She's great. Asia Wilson, hands down, the most dominant player in the league. But don't confuse production with popularity. Like the golfer John Daly, he wasn't winning every major in golf, but man, his galleries. He was fun. He was different. He was a human NASCAR vehicle, fueled by diet soda and a cloud of smoke. There's no shtick to Caitlin. She's all business. In fact, she reminds me of Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast doesn't swear. He doesn't necessarily provoke, doesn't lean on politics. There's no outrage bait to get you to click on the clips. He just does giveaways, and he does them really well. Not the edgiest either. He's the best at it. Same with Caitlin. She shoots and makes shots from 36 feet. The effortless charisma, the awkward but honest interview. She grabs you without any gimmicks, captivates you without chasing clout. So yeah, let's call her Mrs. Beast. And the proof of her effect is in the math. Over half the ratings disappeared when she doesn't play. So here's the takeaway, women's basketball. Take a long, deep breath this summer. Whatever side of the Caitlin debate you're on, jealous, protective, annoyed, grateful, just admit it. The girl with her leg up has given this entire league a huge leg up. She's not just part of the moment, she is the moment.
Yo, Do we really just watch Caitlin Clark recreate this in the WNBA? Like, for real? We're not talking close. We're talking shot for shot, moment for moment. Recreated greatness. And I'm telling you right now, if you blinked, you might have thought you were watching a Steph Curry or Diana Taurasi highlight. But nah, this was Caitlin Clark. This is old clip, but look at Caitlin Bro in this clip.